How's it going, everybody? Today we'll be doing a 3D epoxy painting based off of Hallownest, arguably one of the best games ever made. Now, we're going to start off by painting this model I got off Thingiverse. I'll leave a link in the description. If you ever played Hallownest, it's a 2D game, side-scroller. So, although aesthetically very pleasing, Hallownest himself, very basic colors. But we're going to try to do our best here to bring him to life. Making sure his sword is nice and shiny. With some washes as well. Eyes kind of void look. Carve that ledge out with some XPS foam. Coat it with Mod Podge after it dries. Heavy dry brushing. Also, the ledge lines you see there are made out of 3D printer filament that I just cut and stuck into the foam and then glued in place onto our first layer. Just kind of moving this white mica powder around, switching it to the sides. This will add to the light effect from the sun or whatever light source is coming down in that reference photo from the beginning. And I'm going to move on to some vines after that first layer dries. As you can see, I'm using this reference photo as well. I kind of just went with the flow, and I want it to be exact. So, second layer. This is 2-in-1 epoxy, by the way. Deep pour epoxy, up to 4 inches, I believe. Adding more white mica powder, just to give a little bit more of a glow effect. I'm going to push that down in and around the figure. You want to make sure between layers you're really getting epoxy beneath and behind the model, otherwise you get air bubbles. It creates these little oxygen pockets. And more mica powder, deep blues, again just kind of going by memory and just how I wanted it to be. I'm just going to stream it down. This is the third layer, and now that it's dry, we're gonna add some more vines. Not sure they're vines or something else, but you can leave a comment. It's been a while since I've played the game. If you haven't, by the way, I highly encourage it. It's extremely pleasing. It has one of the best soundtracks to a video game I've ever heard. We're just adding some random colors with our paint markers. And some green dye, just a drop on each side to add some random colors. Again, keeping up with the theme. Hit it with our blowtorch, make sure we get rid of those bubbles. This fourth layer, I'm not sure what happened. Same epoxy, but it came out very cloudy. It almost ruined the project. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I mixed it just how I usually mix it. But regardless, I added more white, which I kind of regretted. It came out kind of milky, but we'll work with it. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. I probably should have hit it with the blowtorch right here. As you can see, it never really got truly clear. And I moved on to acrylic paint for those vines, just to kind of mix it up. Again, not thinking too much about it, we're just kind of going with it. Again, this is our world, we do what we want. This is the fourth layer, unless I lost count, but that's okay. And we're gonna go real slow this time to avoid bubbles. I think I was going a little too fast before. Now adding more blues, putting it in the sides there in the corners because I noticed that when it dries, it works its way, even though it's on a level ground, it kind of works its way to the middle, which actually ended up looking really cool, so I'm not complaining. I still tried to push it in the direction I wanted, but either way, it worked. Now to the mantelpiece, I'm drilling a 5/16 hole for that 12-volt plug-in that will power this LED strip. And some heat shrink, keep everything safe and secure. And boom. Add this a couple more colors. This final layer here, I did not do anything color-wise, mica powder or dyes. I just made sure it covered everything and let it sit. After 4 days, I took it out and decided to sand it. It was not completely even. And then I had the idea of encasing it in pine. I thought it'd be a unique look. Should have just stuck with the wood glue. After that, I decided to sand the edges to give it a nice round curvature look. This is 2-part epoxy. Mix it up really well before applying. And this wood filler is very powerful. It's not just a wood filler, it's an adhesive as well. Now to the last part, we're going to stain this with bamboo mahogany with our poly shades stain. It also has polyurethane mixed in with it. Some people don't like it. I personally do. It comes out fantastic. And I'm going to tape off that epoxy so we don't hit it with the stain. You want to do 2 coats at least with this stuff. In between coats, you want to sand it a little bit and then hit it again. I have to say I really enjoyed this project, even though it took about a week. It was definitely worth it. And if you made it this far, I thank you for watching and enjoy the final shots. Consider subscribing and give me a like if you enjoyed the video, and maybe watch another one. See you next week.